Hello and welcome to your Inner Peace and Confidence yoga class. This class will utilize poses that cultivate these energetic qualities and leave you feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. Enjoy! Preparing for cycling pose by coming into shavasana, lying flat on the back, legs long. Taking a moment to settle the body. Begin by bringing the right knee into the chest. And then extending it up into the air, dropping it down to the mat, and bringing the knee back into the chest. This is one round. Bringing the leg back up into the air, lowering the right leg to the mat, bringing the knee into the chest and up. Continuing this for 8 more repetitions. Bringing the leg and the foot down to the mat, resting for a moment before reversing that movement with the right leg. Bringing the right knee into the chest, extending it out long, bringing it up into the air, and bringing the knee back into the chest. Extend the right leg long, bring it up into the air, knee comes into the chest and out long. Continuing this for 8 more repetitions. And bringing that right leg to the floor, resting here for a moment. Bringing the left knee into the chest, extending the leg long in the air and lowering the leg. Bringing the knee in, raising it up into the air and bringing the leg down long. Continuing this for 8 more repetitions with your own movement. Relaxing the left leg and coming into the opposite direction. Extending the leg out long, lifting it up into the air, knee coming into the chest and out long. Continuing this for 8 repetitions. And relaxing the left leg down to the mat, resting for a moment before we come into leg lock pose. Bringing the right knee into the chest, interlocking the hands over the shin, bringing the head up to meet the knee. Lowering the upper body and bringing the leg back down to the mat. As you exhale, grasping the knee, bringing the head up to meet it. As you inhale, bringing the leg long, lying the head back on the mat. And as you exhale, coming up one more time with that right knee. Inhale, right leg comes long, head and shoulders lay on the mat. Bringing the left knee into the chest, grasping over the shin, bringing the upper body, the chin up to meet the knee as you exhale. Inhale, bringing the leg and the shoulders of the head down to the mat. Exhale, bringing the knee in, the chin in to meet it. Inhale, coming back down to the mat. And exhale, coming up one more time, nose to knee, squeezing that knee into the chest with the hands and coming back down. Getting ready to come into rock and roll by bringing the feet down onto the mat, tucking the knees into the chest, wrapping the hands around the knees. As you exhale, roll the body to the side. Inhale, coming up to center, and exhale, coming over to the other side. Inhale to center, exhale, rolling over to the side. Continuing this for 5 repetitions on each side with your own breath. Keeping the awareness with the coordination of movement with the breath here. And on the next inhale, coming to center, bringing the feet down to the mat, setting up for sleeping abdominal stretch by interlocking the hands underneath the head. As you exhale, dropping the knees down to the side and looking in the opposite direction. As you inhale, bringing the head and the knees to center, and as you exhale, dropping the knees in the opposite direction, looking the other way with the head. Inhale to center, twisting in the opposite direction. Continuing this for 3 more rounds with your own breath. Keeping the awareness with the breath and the twisting stretch through that abdomen and throughout the back. As you inhale, coming up to center, bringing the hands and the legs down, preparing for back stretching pose by coming up to a seated position, legs long on the mat, sitting up straight with a tall spine. As you exhale, bending from the waist, walking the hands down the legs. Stretching here from the waist, feeling the stretch through the hamstrings. You can place the hands on the thighs, the calves, the feet, the toes, whatever is accessible for you. Coming back up into a seated position. Exhale, coming back down, stretching the underlegs, bending at the waist, focusing on the slow breath, coming up into seated, and bending back over through the waist. Coming up into seated, and walking the hands back down the legs, focusing on that slow breathing. Coming back into seated, back is straight, spine is straight, and coming down one more time, stretching through the hamstrings. And coming back up. Getting ready now for Yoga Mudra pose. Coming into a cross-legged position, bringing the flesh out from under the sits bones. If it's comfortable for you, you can bring the feet up onto the thighs. If not, you can remain seated in cross-legged pose. Bringing the arms behind the back, grasping the wrist with the hand. And as you inhale, imagine a beam of light coming from beneath the tailbone up into the eyebrow center. And now as you exhale, bend forward from the waist while also visualizing that bead of light transferring from the eyebrow down the spine below the tailbone. Breathing in, coming up into seated. As you breathe in, once again bringing that beam of light from under the tailbone up to the eyebrow center. And as you exhale, bending forward, visualizing that light coming from the eyebrow center down underneath the tailbone. Inhale, coming into seated, that beam of light coming up into the eyebrow center. As you exhale, imagine that light coming back underneath the tailbone. Practicing this one more time with your own breath and visualization. As you come into seated, letting go of the wrist and preparing for cat stretch by coming on to the hands and the knees. Grounding down into the mat. As you inhale, filling the belly, tilting the tailbone up, looking up with the gaze. And as you exhale, arching the back, tucking the chin and the tailbone under. Inhale, dropping the belly, tilting the head and the tailbone up to the sky. And as you exhale, arching the back, tucking the chin and the tailbone under. Continuing this with your own breath for 3 more rounds. Coming into a neutral spine. Now preparing for bow pose, coming onto the belly. Legs are long. Bending at the knees, bringing the feet up into the sky. Calves are raised in the sky. Gripping around the ankle area. And as you exhale, pushing back into those legs, bringing the upper body up off the mat. kicking into those feet, stretching the shoulders back onto the back. As you exhale, coming back down onto the mat. Exhale, kicking the feet into the hands, coming up off the mat, bringing the shoulders back onto the back, bringing the awareness to the stretch through the spine and the opening of the chest. Coming down, letting it go onto the mat. As you exhale, coming up one more time, kicking those feet into the hands, knees, shoulders, upper body off the mat. And relaxing, bringing the body down to the mat, letting go of the legs, bringing the legs long, arms by the side, preparing for flapping fish pose, bringing the hands underneath the chin, bringing that right leg up towards the elbow and shimmying the elbow down to meet the knee so that the right knee and right elbow are connected, resting the head on the hands. Focusing the attention on the breath here in this pose, our final pose of the class. Coming out by bringing that right leg long, meeting the left leg. Elbow comes up, now perpendicular with the mat. Coming into the other side by bending that left knee, bringing the left knee up and shimmying the left elbow over so that the left elbow and left knee meet each other. Resting the head on the hands. Focusing on the breath and relaxing here in flapping fish pose. Bringing the left leg back to meet the right. Both legs are long. Arms are perpendicular with the mat. Coming into your final resting posture, shavasana. Making your way onto the back. Legs and feet are apart. Arms are away from the body. Palms are facing up. Using shavasana to integrate our practice today. Integrating inner peace, confidence, and harmony that we've cultivated through this energetic practice. Please stay here for as long as you like, resting in shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this class, please be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to Yoga with Ash for more videos like this.